So the game I'm playing today is called Mixolumia. This is a music-themed match 3 puzzle game in which you have to combine 3 blocks of the same color together, or more, in order to erase them from the playing field. Now right off the bat, it already sounds like I'm describing Bejeweled to you, but that's not what this game is, trust me. This game has a lot more in common with other kinds of puzzle games, like Tetris and Lumines, and maybe even Chime, to some degree. And probably even Micron, now that I think about it. So the point of this game is that there are blocks dropping from the top of the screen, and you have to place them down on a gem-based grid. That's also what separates this game from puzzlers like Tetris and Lumines. The grid itself is shaped like a gem. And all of the blocks are typically clumped together in order to form a diamond shape. Usually you'll have 4 blocks falling at the same time that are stuck together, which normally would form a square shape, but they're also oriented diagonally, so they actually form a diamond instead. You know, just in case you didn't already know how shapes work. And the really cool thing is that as you're placing down blocks and erasing them from the grid, they create music notes. So this is effectively another puzzle game in which you can technically create your own music by simply playing the game. The game's music is technically generated from the gameplay, even though there are specific tracks that have been added into this game that you can play in any of the game modes that are available. There's only 4 tracks though, as far as I know, so there isn't really that large of a music selection in this game. It's probably for the best if I just try playing the game in order to show you guys what the hell I'm talking about, because this game is a little bit difficult to describe. And I know I say that a lot about some of the games that I cover on this channel, but in this case, it's very true for Mixolumia, because this is a very different kind of match 3 puzzler. If you're expecting something like Bejeweled, well, prepare to be pleasantly surprised. So I do want to mention first of all that this is another game that I found on itch.io. Yeah, 3 itch games in a row. This one was not free though. I actually had to pay $10 in order to download this. So this is not a free game, this is a commercial product. It's pretty obvious that there was a lot more work put into this game than some of the other itch games that I've been covering recently. And Mixolumia was developed primarily by just one person, a non-binary game developer who goes by the username DaveMakes. And actually, DaveMakes also composed some of the music for this game, although not every track in this game was composed by them. Out of the 4 songs that are available in Mixolumia, 2 of them were composed by DaveMakes, and the other 2 were composed by Josie Breckner. So anyway, we're gonna press the Z and X keys simultaneously in order to start here. So when you start up the game for the first time, it will ask you to create a profile. I already created one off screen though, so that's the one I'm gonna use. So we have 3 different options here on the main menu. We have Start, Settings, and Scores plus Stats. I would like to show off this Scores plus Stats thing later on, because the game actually keeps track of a lot of different stats. It's actually pretty surprising at just how detailed the statistics list is in this game. Settings we're not really going to focus on because these are just like options and what have you. Although there is actually something I do want to show off here very quickly in the options now that I think about it. So this game comes with a lot of different color palettes as well, which seems to be a very common theme with a lot of these pixel art kinds of games, but there's a surprising amount of color palettes you can choose from. I think the default color palette is Pico Dark, which I think is supposed to emulate the default color palette of the Pico 8 game engine, which for the record is not the game engine that this game was made on, but there is that. We also have the default template, which I think is the same as Pico Dark, but I just want to scroll through some of the colors here because there's a lot of them. You have Pico Light, Grim Roguelike, Antique, Eggplant. Yeah, and some of these palettes were also made by other people, like QK Josh. They're the one who made the Eggplant color palette, and then you have Caprice, Cauldron. You even have LGBT-themed color palettes as well, like Trans Rights, Trans Light, and even non-binary. The classic Game Boy color palette, and yeah, you have a lot of them. I like this one right here. It's literally just called the third one. But yeah, we have a lot of these different kinds of color palettes here. There's a ton of them. There's even one that's based on Undertale called Mixolumia. This one right here called Even the Ocean, which I think is based on another indie game. and I believe Heart of the Forest might also be based on another indie game as well, and possibly Mixolumia? I don't know, I'm assuming this is probably a Super Meat Boy reference, but I don't know for sure. I would like to show off some of the other color palettes later on, but I'm gonna go with the default one for now, which is Pico Dark. So you have 5 different game modes to choose from. You have Marathon, Endless, Rush, Intense, and Relaxed. So Marathon, you have to clear 450 blocks in order to basically beat this mode. Endless is where you play until the board fills up completely, so there is no real goal. You know, just play until you die, pretty much. You only play for 2 minutes in the Rush mode, so the objective here is to just see how many points you can rack up within 2 minutes. Intense mode has the exact same objective as Marathon mode, but this time you have to clear 450 blocks at the max level, which means the blocks will be falling at their fastest speed. Needless to say, it's very challenging, and the Relax mode is where the speed does not increase and there is no risk of failure. If you end up filling up the entire screen in this mode, the screen will just reset. It'll basically erase all of the garbage on the screen, and yeah, you can basically just start all over. I don't believe it keeps track of your score in this mode. Actually, no, that's not true. It does, but it keeps track of your score in the background, and it doesn't actually display your score at any point. I did discover by looking at the statistics page that the Relax mode does actually keep track of your score, but it doesn't actively display your score at any point. Like, you won't see it on screen. And you know what? I think I am actually gonna go to the Relax mode first, just to give you guys an idea as to how exactly this gameplay is. So let's just start things off slowly, no pressure whatsoever. So then we can select the music track that will be playing in the background. So we have Tessellation by Dave Makes, Summer Shower by Josie Breckner, and Minimum by Dave Makes. So the interesting thing about this game is that all of the blocks do harmonize with the game's music, which basically means that depending on which song you choose here, the blocks will create different sound effects. All of the sound effects that the blocks make are basically musical notes, and the sounds of these musical notes will change depending on which song you choose, but other than that, I don't think the song itself has any effect on the actual gameplay. I do believe that Mixolumia's soundtrack is dynamic though, and if you play very well, then the music will become more intense. There is also a way to create your own music for this game, but it's a lot easier said than done, and it would probably take me at least a half hour to explain how exactly it all works. Dave Makes created a very exhaustingly long documentation on how exactly to create your own music for Mixolumia, and I would recommend that you just go and read that instead. I'll probably link it in the description of this video. For now, we're gonna choose Tessellation. I am gonna try to go through every single song that you can play in this game as well. But right now, I would just like to show you how exactly you're supposed to play this game. The game itself plays pretty similar to Tetris, so we have a bunch of blocks that are at the top of the screen, and they're gonna fall all the way to the bottom. So we can use the arrow keys to move these blocks around, and as you can see, it's actually 4 blocks clumped together in order to create a diamond shape. The next block that will appear on the playing field is also shown to the left of the playing field, as you can see. The cube that has only red and blue blocks in it, so that's effectively the piece that we will receive next, and much like Tetris, all the pieces we receive here are completely random. Kinda similar to Tetris, you also have soft and hard drops, so if you want to just like very calmly bring the blocks down to the bottom of the playing field right here, then you can just move your arrow keys around, or you can use the arrow keys to move the blocks around like this, but as you can see, they will begin falling. Or if you just want to throw them all the way down to the bottom of the playing field immediately, you can just press the down arrow key and they'll just drop instantly, kind of like a hard drop in Tetris. So if we place this block right here, you'll also notice that it slides all the way to the bottom center of the playing field. So these are effectively like slopes. So if I place some blocks down over here, yeah, as you can see, they're just gonna slide right down. They're gonna slide down all the way to that center point at the very bottom. Now it is possible to rotate the blocks too, and you can do that by pressing either the Z or X keys. The X key is used to rotate the blocks clockwise, and the Z key counterclockwise. And take note as well of how every time I rotate the blocks around or move them around on the playing field, they do create a little musical note. And as I mentioned before, the sound of the musical note will change depending on which song I have playing in the background. It's a very nice touch because it almost feels like you're creating generative music here. But I will also reiterate that as far as I know, the song itself has no effect on the gameplay aside from basically which sound effect that the blocks will play whenever you move them around. So because this is a match 3 puzzler, the objective is to try and clear 3 blocks at a time, which we can do by dropping this cube right down here, and as you can see, all the white ones will get erased. I also like how the background distorts as well whenever you're dropping blocks around or whenever they explode too. I really love how everything in this game is all meticulously animated, and you can see that everything is made out of pixels as well. So another thing I want to show off here is due to the fact that all of these blocks are gravity-based, they will be stopped by other blocks. However, as you're gonna see right here, they're not always gonna remain clumped together when you drop them down, because if there's no other blocks that are standing in their way, well, they're just gonna fall all the way down to a specific slope. Like, some of them are either gonna fall to the left, or they're gonna fall to the right. So if I place a block right here, for instance, you'll see how, yeah, the white and red blocks fell to the left, but I think the blue block fell to the right. At least I think that one was blue. So there is definitely a little bit of strategy that you need to come up with here. It's not always about placing down blocks willy-nilly and trying to create matches. You really need to try and think about how gravity is going to affect all of your blocks, because yeah, as you can see, they're gonna slide all the way down. Okay, that was actually really lucky because I got like a 3 times combo there. Yeah, so you really need to try and take gravity into effect, because everything here is basically, there's no like flat ground here, no flat terrain that these blocks can actually land on, so they're all just gonna slide downwards. But that does also give you the opportunity to come up with some very insane combos as well, if you just place everything down properly. You know, if you're trying to come up with actual strategies for trying to create the largest combo imaginable, which, I mean, in some ways this also kind of reminds me of Puyo Puyo as well, and, well, I'm pretty terrible at that game too. That's another puzzle game that I used to play quite a bit as well, and usually I'm not actively thinking about trying to create the largest combo imaginable. I'm just usually like, oh, well, there's 3 Puyos right here that I can combine right now just to try and get some points. Yeah, sure, who gives a crap about trying to create a large combo? Who cares about strategy? Or at least I didn't. I didn't care about it at the time, and I mean, I still kind of don't, and the only real reason is because I'm just very bad at trying to come up with large-ass combos to pull off in that game, even though I know that's kind of the point of Puyo Puyo. You have to place down everything strategically in order to create the largest combos imaginable. Like, that's kind of the point of the game. You know, you want to try and do the most amount of damage to your opponent, so you gotta try and make those big chains. But as far as I know, Mixolumia doesn't actually have multiplayer. I think this game is a single-player experience only, if I am not mistaken. Which I guess in a way is kind of disappointing. I mean, there are leaderboards in this game. I don't know if they're online leaderboards, though. But still, it would have been kind of nice if there was actually multiplayer here. You know, if there were some other people that I could try taking on as well. Maybe it could be something more akin to Puyo Puyo, where you can, like, launch counterattacks against your opponents. You know, if they're sending some garbage blocks towards you, well, create some big combos so you can redirect those garbage blocks back at them. I'm pretty sure that's how Puyo Puyo worked anyway. Yeah, so there's basically like 5 different puzzle games that this game reminds me of. It reminds me of Tetris, Lumines, Micron, Chime, and Puyo Puyo all at the same time. It's basically like an amalgamation of those 5 games. And honestly, I really do like it. This is one of the more interesting puzzle games, like music-based puzzle games that I've played in quite some time. I've actually grown to like this game pretty quickly, because I haven't been playing it that much off-screen. I only played it for probably a half hour, and man, this game is surprisingly addictive. I'm also very appreciative of the fact that you can actually view where exactly the block is going to be placed down before you actually, like try and hard drop it onto the playing field. I'm very appreciative of that feature as well. I can actually see where I'm placing all my crap down ahead of time. Yeah, and as you can see, whenever you're combining stuff, everything also explodes in a variety of colors too. And I mean, even the game's title is a reference to music theory, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's referring to the Mixolydian scale? Or is it a scale? I don't know, it's some sort of like, yeah, some sort of musical scale that certain songs use, because I know there's also like an Ionian scale as well, and a Phrygian scale. I think another one of the scales that is used commonly in music is called the Mixolydian scale, which I'm pretty sure is what Mixolumia's name is referring to. But yeah, it is kind of fascinating to me how some people are still making puzzle games like this even in 2020, because I feel like music-based puzzle games kind of died out after a while. I don't know, there's just not that many developers who are making these kinds of puzzle games anymore, so I'm really glad to see that at least someone is still trying to keep the legacy of Lumines alive, even though this game doesn't really play all that much like Lumines, because I mean, there is no, like, music bar moving across the screen and deleting all of the tetrominos that you're creating. So it's not quite like Lumines, it's actually a lot more like Tetris in that regard. But still, I'm at least glad to see a game like this coming out in the year 2020, because, I don't know, you just don't really see people making rhythm puzzlers all that much anymore. Or, like, you don't see that many people making puzzle games where the music is the primary focus of the game. And that's kind of a shame, because honestly, I wish those kinds of games were still being made. It kind of feels like they were only popular at a certain point in time, and then they kind of just disappeared all of a sudden. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna demonstrate something right here. So, watch the white block and the blue block. Okay, yeah, I got confused there for a minute, because I was like, wait, why is that blue block hanging off the other blue one? Yeah, but you notice how when I place something on top of this, like, little pyramid right here, how the white block slid down the left slope and the blue block slid down the right one? That's what I'm talking about when I say that all of the blocks in this game are affected by gravity. So depending on where you place them, they're gonna slide down to either the left or right side of the playing field. That's something you need to take into account, because if you're just placing down blocks with reckless abandon, then the screen's gonna get filled up very quickly and you're going to fail. So, you need to come up with a strategy here. And I'm kinda doing really bad at coming up with the strategy right now. But I mean, I'm still clearing some blocks anyway. So that's pretty much how you play this game, and there isn't really anything else to say about this particular game mode. I guess I could also show off what exactly happens when you fill up the entire screen. Yeah, you can just hard drop all the blocks if you want. Sometimes you still end up creating chains anyway, just by simply doing this, but I want to show you what happens if you fill up the screen, even in oh my god, okay, that was a big chain right there, actually. Yeah, but if you try filling up the screen in the relaxed mode, if the game will let me, holy crap, dude. Large chains being made right here, but hang on, I'm trying to show off like an actual feature in the game here. If you fill up the entire screen to the point where you can no longer make any more moves, kind of like this, it just resets, as you can see. It just deletes everything and you can start fresh, basically. Yeah, see how when you're hard dropping everything, the background also distorts as well? I really like that. Kind of reminds me of Geometry Wars to some degree. God, this game just reminds me of all the games, basically. Alright, well anyway, there's not that much else to say about this game mode, so we're going to escape this mode right here. You can also restart the game at any time, but we're gonna go to Marathon mode first and foremost, and we're gonna play Summer Shower now. Alright, so let's actually try and play a, like an actual game of Mixolumia here. So there's also levels, and your level will increase the more that you play the game, or like the more points that you rack up. And if you want to get more points, then you're also gonna have to perform hard drops. So if you just want all the points, you better hard drop. You gotta be part of Team Hard Drop here. You gotta be part of the Hard Drop crew. Here we go, I can make like a double right here. Very nice. Yeah, so the point here is to try and clear 450 blocks, and then you basically beat this game mode. I have not been able to get to 450 blocks, though. I think the closest I've ever been able to achieve here is like 150, I would say. I don't really remember, actually, because I wasn't really keeping track the last time I played this. And something you may have also noticed in the relaxed mode is that the blocks were not falling automatically, so you could actually just take your time placing all the blocks anywhere you wanted to. However, that's not the case with Marathon mode. As you can see, the blocks are just falling on their own, and in some cases they also fall very quickly, so you have to make like very rapid-fire decisions here, and that's just gonna get worse and worse as your level increases. So, try... oh god, okay, well, I think I had the right idea at first, but then I messed it up. Oh god. Okay, well, hang on. I gotta try and... damn it! I have to try and, like, spin some things around. Yeah, there's no such things as T-spins in this game, because it's not exactly like Tetris. These tetrominoes only come in one shape, which is basically an O tetromino. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta really think here because I'm already, like, screwing this up royally. There we go. Okay, I don't really know how exactly that worked, but this should work. This probably will not work. Oh, lord. Okay, well, hang on. I could do this as well. Yeah, if I create, like, a little diamond shape, I think that also gets rid of blocks. Because I think that's also considered, like, a match 3. Oh, there we go. 4 times combo. That's what I'm talking about. Gotta create those big combos. That's also how you score points a lot more quickly in this game. Okay, this will be good, though. That will actually work. Yeah, but most of the time, I create, like, large combos unintentionally in this game. Like, whenever I do end up creating some very big combos, it's never on purpose. Because, again, I'm not actively thinking about what exactly I'm doing in this game. I'm just trying to find, like, any possible combo that I can make, pretty much, which is not exactly the best way to play this game. I think... oh my god, dude. Yeah, and I also have to mention as well that every time you move the blocks around, that also causes them to fall. So when you're just waiting around and you're also moving them around, yeah, they'll fall, like, extremely quickly. God, there's so many blues over here, though. Okay, well, I just blocked off all my blues. Great. Okay, I kind of created, like, a letter T right there. I don't know, maybe there are technically T-spins in this game? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, let's try this out, then. Let's try this out. Okay, I can do something here, though. Oh, I can absolutely do something here. Probably this? Okay, yeah, that's fine. That works. Damn it, I was trying to, like, rotate that. Okay, that still works, though. Oh, there we go. Okay, big combo. Big combo. I can just place this down there. Get, like, a 4 times combo right there. Well, maybe not a 4 times combo, but, like, clear 4 blocks at a single time, which I don't know if that awards me more points. I would imagine it does. Yeah, this is definitely a game where you really have to concentrate on what exactly you're doing, otherwise you are gonna end up failing. This requires a lot of concentration here. Because, admittedly, Mixolumia is actually kind of a difficult game. When you have the blocks falling this quickly, like, the blocks falling not only when you're, like, wasting time, but also when you're just simply moving them around, too. Yeah, this game can get very hard, man. Like, look at this. 159, okay, well, that's not bad. Okay, this is bad, though. Oh god, I have no space to move. Okay, well, I think we're done. Oh, wait, can I make one more? Please? No? Okay. Well... 244,000. I got to level 5 at the very least, and I survived for 4 minutes. That's very nice indeed. Okay, well, yeah, so that's, I got a much better score, beforehand, though. I don't know, maybe it was more like 250. I think that's how many blocks I was able to clear. Okay, and I do want to try and, like, show off some other color palettes, though. Like, what exactly is this? Like, Grim Roguelike? Oh god, okay, this looks a little bit disconcerting, but I could also try out that other song. Like, just go back to marathon mode for a minute. I do still want to show off some of the other modes, but... yeah, let me just see what this color palette's all about. Oh god. Well, I can't really tell what exactly it is that I'm trying to combine here, because they look almost entirely the same. Okay, well actually no, I can kind of tell. I can kind of tell that they're different. Yeah, because one of these white blocks has another circle in them, like a little dot, and the other one doesn't. Okay, well that's a very easy identifier right there, then. Okay, that's not too bad, actually. Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about this particular color palette. I feel like there's maybe a little bit too much red, but this is okay. This is fine, other than that. Let me try something along the lines of this. What about... okay, I think... oh god, I don't think I rotated that correctly. Okay, well, this should still work. That should still work. This will definitely work, too. Wait. There. Oh god, I forgot it was gonna slide down. Yeah, because there's no other block stopping it, so it's just going to slide all the way to the bottom. So that's not going to work out. This should probably still work out, though. Yeah, it does. Okay, this block has nowhere else to go, so this should combine with something. Very nice indeed. Oh, there we go. Very nice combo right there. I'm trying to think about where exactly I should place all this crap right here. Oh, god. Okay, well, I can definitely place a little block right here, and... okay, well, that still worked. I wasn't actively thinking about where I was placing that. But then again, do I ever in these kinds of games? No. I'm just letting my subconscious take over, basically. Or not even my subconscious, it's just like my conscious is doing all this work for it. Or doing this work for me, I should say. God. I don't think my brain is doing a very good job right now, because I'm like failing at the English language again. Here we go. Just create some chains here. That's what we gotta do. Yeah, I'm starting to realize that maybe this is not the easiest game to commentate either, because my god, man. Everything's happening just a little bit too quickly here, so, okay, that went in the worst possible way that it could have. Let me try this instead. There we go. Got some nice red explosions. I don't know, maybe people who like darker, more grim kinds of color palettes will probably enjoy this one, but I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm not really feeling this like white on red color aesthetic right here. I don't know. Not really my cup of tea, personally. I'll definitely try and change this to something different later on. God, I'm not even, like, thinking straight at all right now. There's probably a thing that I could do here, maybe? No? Okay, what about this? Okay, that kind of works. That kind of works. Okay. Yeah, as long as it kind of works, then that's okay with me. There we go. Just embrace the mediocrity, basically. That's my life motto right there. Embrace the mediocrity. Okay, there we go. That wasn't exactly mediocre, though. That was a bit of a bigger chain. Oh, God. This thing goes... Everything in this game happens so quickly. Okay, here. There we go. At least it gives me a little bit of leeway to, like, yeah, correct my mistakes here. It gives me some time to, like, reorient some of my blocks right here before I, like, royally screw things up. Which I think Tetris also does as well, or at least some Tetris games do. God, only 129 that time. I only got a score of 77,000. Yeah, so in other words, create chains in order to get bigger scores. You know what? I do actually like this non-binary color palette right here, just because of the purple and yellow. I feel like these colors really complement each other very well. Yeah, let's try going with Tessellation again. I'm gonna try and show off the Endless mode now. I mean, Endless is not really that different from Marathon mode. I mean, it's basically the same thing again, except this time you're just, yeah, there is no, like, real objective per se. You just play the game until eventually you succumb to the grid here. It's kind of like a test of endurance, basically. That's the best way I can describe it. Other than that, there is no real objective. Just play until you die. Pretty much, but I am gonna try and see if I can actually play this correctly this time. See if I can do it just a little bit better. I guess this would also serve as good practice for Marathon mode, since I haven't been able to beat that yet. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, wait. Gonna place that there. I know it wasn't gonna be like a 4 combo right there, or I wasn't gonna, like, combine 4 blocks together, but still. Just trying to find any sort of, there we go, any sort of combination that I can come up with. There we go, that 4 times combo, though. Try and get lucky with the big combos at the very least. Wait, I can try and do something here. Damn it! It's not giving me that much time to like, move these things around. It really doesn't. There, I can probably do this, though, yeah. I think if you create diamonds, that also removes the blocks, too, so maybe I should try creating those shapes as well. Like something along the lines of this. There we go. That gets rid of a whole bunch of stuff. And it allows me to create even more big-ass combos. Get rid of some things right here. There we go. Very nice. Gotta, like, create my own slopes with these blocks here to try and redirect them to a place I actually want them to go. Kinda like this. Okay, it's 65. Very nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can try to create the number, but wish me luck. Okay, well, I'm not gonna be able to create the number now. 68. Well, close. Close, but no cigar. Oh, God. What do I want to do here? Okay, try and do this. Try and do this first. There we go. That seems like a good idea. That's not gonna create a shape, though, the shape that I want. Oh, well, I can still do this, though. Okay, and I can probably get rid of these yellow blocks on top, too. God, I'm also trying to, like, survey the entire playing field here, too. And I have to do this in, like, so little time as well. And also trying to commentate. It's very hard. Here, I can probably... Okay, yeah, so creating diamonds does just remove them, so I should try and do that anytime I can. God, it's really not giving me the kinds of blocks that I want, though. I don't feel. Like, I can probably place some stuff over there, or they can just all tumble down. There we go. Try and place some things right down here. Okay, that did not go the way I wanted again. Here. Put that down. Okay, there. Nice. Big combos. Okay. Big combos is what we want. Okay. Big combos is definitely what we want here. We do, in fact, wish to be part of the big combo committee. Oh, there we go. Very nice. I think that was only like 1 combo, though, but there was a lot of explosions that occurred, and it looked very pretty, so at least we had that going for us. There was some sort of upside to that. Here. Gonna create some diamond shapes as well. I could really use, like, some white blocks here, though. Like, I very much could. There we go. Get rid of some stuff. Okay, another 3 combo. Got 10,000 points from that at the very least. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this game mode, though. I mean, yeah, you just want to keep on going forever. Like, basically, if you want to play marathon mode until you, you know, until you lose all your motivation to carry on, then I guess you could do that. Yeah, God, how did I get all these very good scores off screen, though? I guess because I was actually, like, concentrating? I mean, this could very well be the Let's Play curse. What else do I want here? Purple haze, ultraviolet haze, oof. I kind of like this one right here, ribbit. There's a lot of green, and I do like my green colors. I want to try and play the Rush game mode as well, because the weird thing is that the only game mode that allows you to play the Rush song is the Rush game mode. You actually can't play that song in any other game mode for whatever reason. But this song I do actually like, because it does intensify as time runs out. So in this mode, you only play for 2 minutes, so you have to try and accumulate as many points as possible within that time limit. I really do like the song in this one, though, how it just gets more and more intense as it progresses, until it eventually reaches a climax, and I do want to try and, like, go a little bit quickly here, because we're almost, like, halfway through this mode already. God, I'm also trying to think about what exactly I wish to do here. Okay, well, that still worked either way. Here we go. I don't know, I see some fireworks off in the background. Holy crap. Those pretty pixel explosions, though. Oh, God, I don't really know what to do here. Maybe I could try doing something like this. Okay, yeah, we created I think we just created another diamond, actually. Okay, here we go. I see some stuff that we can potentially do here. Oh, wait, I had the right idea. There we go. There we are. Don't overthink this, because that's typically what I do a lot in these puzzle games from time to time. Not so much the action puzzlers, but I mean, even those I tend to overthink as well. You know, just look at your surroundings. I guess you can also kind of create pyramid shapes as well. It does seem like that works too. Can we try and get like 100 blocks? Oh no, that was only 87. Okay, you know what? I'm not very pleased with that performance. How about we just try that one more time just to see if I can try and like do that a little bit better, okay? And then we'll move on to the last game mode that we have here in the docket. Because, I mean, I wasn't planning on having this video be extremely long anyway, because Mixolumia is not a very complicated game. I mean, there isn't really that much to say about it anyway. Because at the end of the day, Mixolumia is still a pretty simple and straightforward puzzle game, but the fact of the matter is, the game's also very addictive. And puzzle games don't always need to be, like, overcomplicated or have, like, a million different kinds of mechanics. Sometimes the only thing a puzzle game needs in order to challenge you is, well, just a nice set of, like, maybe 2 or 3 mechanics like this game has, and have some cleverly designed game modes as well, and yeah, that's pretty much all you need for, like, instant addiction. It's just good old fast-paced arcade action, pretty much. And god, do I ever suck at it. Okay, let's try this. Okay, that went by a little bit better. That went a little bit better. Okay, let's see if we can actually try making 100 blocks here, or, like, clear 100 blocks. And I only have 20 seconds to do it, so I better hurry up here. I better hurry the heck up. Let's try this. Okay, 65. Can I get a big chain going, please? 68. 71. Oh god, I'm not gonna be able to do this in time. I mean, maybe that is also the problem. I'm, like, trying to commentate while also trying to play this at the same time, and it's just not working out for me. Okay, let me try this, like, one more time, okay? Just one more time. Because I want to try and actually, like, do this correctly here. This time I'm actually going to go into, like, full focus mode. Try and at least clear 100 blocks here. Okay, 13. We're off to a good start. We're off to a good start. We still have, like, 1 minute and 40 seconds left to spare, and we're already making, like, a fairly decent progress on this. Okay, there we go. 19. Try making some gains right here. Okay, I definitely can. There, we're 1/4 of the way there. That's gonna fall to the other side, but I think that'll be okay for now. But I just tried putting this here. Okay, this will be good. This will be okay. There we go, we create a 2 combo. There's another combo we can make. Okay, that's another 2x combo. Okay, nice, nice. We're on good pace. We're on good pace right now. Okay, here we go. That was another big explosion. I think we'll actually be able to do this time. 57... 60, okay, doing very well. Okay, yeah, there. I'm actually doing this a lot better that time. Still disappointed that I didn't create 69 clears yet, but that doesn't matter. Oh god, this is not even gonna matter. I think I can still... Okay, no, they're just all falling down to another, like, part of the screen. There we go. Oh, look at that. All the big chains. Oh god, okay, I didn't mean to place that there. I wasn't paying attention again. Here, we can probably do this. Yeah, there, 100. See, it was a lot simpler that time, because I was actually, like, focusing a little bit. Actually, I'm kind of wondering what that meter is next to my score right there. Does that mean I'll get something special if I manage to fill up that meter? I don't know if I'm going to be able to fill it up in time, but that is just a little weird sort of detail that I noticed. I don't know if that's important for anything. Please? Okay, there we go. Just get some more in there. Just get a little bit more. Probably I had to get to 100,000. I have no idea, but yeah, that's the rush mode. Just try and get as many points as possible within a 2-minute time limit. It's not really my most favorite game mode, though. If you want to see what the intense mode is all about, though, I'm gonna show you that right about now. Not with this color palette, though, because I want to actually change this color palette. Let's try the Goose color palette. I have a feeling that this might be a reference to Untitled Goose Game, but I don't know for sure. I don't know, I don't really like the very bright colors all that much, because, I don't know, I feel like they're kind of difficult to stare at for prolonged periods of time. But, yeah, so the highest level that you can achieve in this game is level 15, and this is a mode that starts you off at level 15, and you have to clear 450 blocks, so, yeah, good freaking luck. I think the best I've been able to, perform in this mode is that I was able to clear 80 blocks, but that's about as good as I can do. Oh, wow, okay, that was actually a very big combo right there that I was not expecting. Yeah, so my personal best for, like, the amount of blocks that I've cleared in this mode is 80. I mean, it does give you a little bit of leeway, like, gives you some time to place your blocks down before they just fall immediately. So this is like a mode that only allows you to do hard drops and nothing else. It's pretty much what this mode is, and yeah, it's challenging to say the least. Definitely not impossible, though, considering how much time it gives you before the blocks actually fall. But, yeah, it's challenging. If you want, like, a really good challenge, then, yeah, you can just start off on level 15 and, yeah, just try your best, basically. Try your absolute damnedest to get through this, this nightmare of a freaking game mode. I'm trying to think here, 78. Okay, well, I actually just beat my personal best for clearing blocks, because I said 80, exactly 80. I'm at 87 now? 91? 96? Can we make it to 100? Oh god, maybe we can make it to 100 here, actually. 99? And, oh, wait, put this right here. There we go. I got 100, actually. I'm surprised. Pleasantly surprised here. Oh god, my score as well, though. And I think I filled up the meter, too, but what does that mean when I feel up the meter? God, no! I'm trying to fill up the meter. Jesus, what am I even saying at this point? Guys, it's late at night. I'm like very loopy right now, okay? Or I'm kind of loopy, and I'm not aware of what I'm saying at all. That's also probably why I'm stuttering a lot, too. Okay, well, there you go. 120 is the best I was able to do. I think that is a new high score, though. Yeah, because I got, like, 334,000 the last time. You do also get points very quickly in this game mode specifically, due to the fact that you're already at the highest level. So if you're playing the intense mode very often, usually the highest score that you will achieve in any of these modes is going to be on intense. Alright, I'm not really a huge fan of that one. Aether Core? I mean, it sounds cool. Oh, that's a lot of orange. Blue and orange? I mean, it's a color palette that definitely works. How about I try this, like, one more time, just to, like, try one game with this color palette. I think I will be ending the video off after this, though, because I really don't have anything more to say about Mixolumia. I mean, that's the entire game, guys. What more do you want me to say about it? I mean, it's, again, a very simple and straightforward puzzle game, but I think the reason why this game resonated with so many people on itch is because of its addictive qualities. Like, it may be simple and straightforward, but it's still a very well-designed puzzle game. Like, I really like this. This is very good. This is a really good puzzle game. I was also surprised at just how good the ratings were for this game on itch as well, because the last time I checked, this game had 101 ratings on itch, exactly, and every single rating that this game has received on itch so far has been a 5-star rating. Yeah, the average user score for this game on itch is 5 out of 5, like a perfect 5-star score. It's incredible. Honestly, I feel like this game does deserve it, because this is one of the better puzzle games that I've played this year, and one of the better ones that have come out this year, so I'm very surprised by this one, honestly. Because the reason I picked up this game is because it looked very cool. It was definitely like it looked like a very Lumines-style puzzle game to me. Kind of reminded me of Lumines and some of the other puzzle games that I've covered on my channel in the past, like Micron and Cheyenne. But I didn't really go into this game with the highest expectations, because I was just thinking, okay, well, this game costs $10, I'm like, hopefully it's good, and man, I was pleasantly surprised by this. I'm glad I kept my expectations low, because This game genuinely surprised me. This is a very well-crafted puzzle game, very cleverly designed. Definitely one of the better games that I've discovered on itch.io so far, and I think the $10 price tag is definitely justified, because it does seem like a lot of work went into this puzzle game in particular, which in all honesty is not something that I can really say about some of the other games that I've been covering on Itched recently. Not saying that all the other puzzle games I've covered on this platform are bad or anything, but oh my lord! 7 times combo, 200 blocks cleared, holy crap. Well then, yeah, so if you want to get a lot of points, try making combos like that, apparently. That was not intentional in the slightest, oh my god. Well, I got halfway to beating this. I'm so surprised, holy crap. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna end up, like, dying eventually, but yeah, so this is a very good puzzle game. That's basically what I'm trying to say. A lot more work went into this game than some of the other games that I've been covering from Itch recently. That's not to say that the other games I've covered on Itch are bad or anything, but it's just this one has, like... I'm just saying that this is one of the higher quality games that I've played from Itch so far this year. And I really like it. It's a great puzzle game. I'm really getting some serious Luminous vibes from this one, especially with how the music is integrated into the gameplay. I love it. I love everything about it. So I do personally think that you should go and support the game's creator and also the other person who did the music for this game, or did some of the music, Josie Brescherin, I think her name was. Wait, what exactly was her name? Oh no, Josie Breschner. Or Josie Breckner, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing her last name correctly, but yes, go and support the people who worked on this game, and also compose the music, and of course support Dave Makes themselves. And by the way, I just want to mention why I've been referring to Dave Makes as they for this entire video. It's because Dave Makes prefers they-them pronouns. Because as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Dave Makes is a non-binary creator, and they personally prefer they-them pronouns, so I'm just trying to be respectful here. It's not a political thing. I'm just doing it out of respect for the game's developer. And I believe Josie Breckner prefers she-they pronouns, so if I refer to her as they, then that would also be fine. Okay, it has less to do with politics and everything to do with respect. And I mean, in all honesty, I really should not be assuming other people's genders anyway. Like, the only reason I refer to almost everyone as he, or the reason why I attribute male pronouns to pretty much everything, even if that particular thing is an inanimate object, it's a male bias thing, okay? Like, due to the fact that I am a man, I have a tendency to be a lot more biased towards calling everything he or calling everyone dude, even though I personally use the word dude as more of a gender-neutral term because I just refer to everyone as dude regardless of gender. But I just want you guys to understand that if I do ever accidentally use the wrong pronoun to describe a specific game developer or another person, I'm not doing it on purpose. One thing that I've been trying to do in recent times is actually trying to see which pronouns that the people who develop these games prefer before I actually begin talking about the developers themselves, if I ever do. Like, if there ever comes a point in the video where I talk about the developer themselves, then, yeah, I would like to use their preferred pronouns instead of just assuming that they're either, you know, he or she or whatever. But if there has ever been a time where I have used the wrong pronouns or I accidentally referred to someone as he or she, please understand that I'm never doing it on purpose. It's usually just an accident because I've gotten so used to calling everything he that I've become, like, extremely biased towards that particular pronoun. And even though I have been trying to steer away from those biases, I still make mistakes from time to time because I am human. So don't worry about it all too much, I just tend to forget most of the time. It's much less of a transphobia thing and more of a I'm just a forgetful idiot kind of thing. So please don't read into it too deep. It's just that there's a lot of times when my synapses just don't work properly. I feel like I've been having a lot of those kinds of days recently, but anyway, before I end this video off, I do want to show you guys the stats screen. So, there's a lot of stats here, and I'm just gonna scroll through all of them, actually. Yeah, so you have stuff like points scored in total, which is 4 million. Yeah, I have like 2.5 million points scored in intense mode, holy crap. One of the more interesting stats here is that it shows you how many blocks you've cleared in total. So in the amount of time that I've been playing this game for so far, I've cleared a total of 2,700 blocks. Yeah, and it does keep track of how many blocks you've also cleared in the relax mode, and I think if I scroll up here, yeah, it still keeps track of how many points you scored in the relax mode, even if it doesn't show on the screen, like if it doesn't show it. Oh yeah, and it does show you all the drops as well, like 1,296 so far. I've played for a total of 1 hour and 10 minutes. The relax mode is the one I've played the most so far, because I think that's the one game mode that I've spent the most amount of time on in this video, I think. Yeah, you just have a lot of different, like, player stats, basically. I'm very surprised at just how detailed these stats are. Like, there was clearly a lot of work that was put into this screen alone. And these are my high scores, of course: Rush, Intense, Endless, and Marathon. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's just put this color palette on, because this is a cause that I genuinely support. Freaking trans rights. There you go, I actually said it in a video, guys. I mean, I technically said it at the very beginning of the video, but yeah. Trans rights are human rights. Deal with it. I don't know, I don't typically like getting too political in my videos, but, I mean, I just don't like getting political in general in my videos, but given all the bullshit that's been happening in the world recently, I honestly feel like I can't stay silent anymore. Okay, like, we're definitely living in a moment right now, a moment in which there's a lot of changes happening in the world, and honestly, they are changes that need to be made. So you know what, I'm just gonna come out and say it right now, because I'm frankly done being silent about this. I do personally believe that trans rights are human rights, and you know what? Black lives do in fact matter. And I'm proud to say that I support those causes, and if that causes me to lose subscribers, well, good, because I don't need you here anyway. Go take your childish toxicity somewhere else, because it's not welcome on my channel. Frankly, I'm a lot better off without you, and I mean, to be honest, the world is pretty much better off without you. Anyway, if you want to purchase Mixolumia, the link is in the description. The game is only available on itch.io, as far as I'm aware. I don't know if this game will ever come to Steam, probably not, but that's not really too big of an issue. You shouldn't be purchasing all your games from just one single platform anyway. Yeah, this is a great puzzle game. Would I say that it's one of my most favorite releases of 2020? Honestly, I would say yes. I don't think it is my most favorite release of 2020, but it's definitely up there. It comes very close. This is one of the best puzzle games that I've played so far this year in 2020. And I really do hope that music-based puzzle games make some sort of comeback soon, because I really do want them to come back. I feel like more developers are not making enough of these kinds of games anymore, or enough of these kinds of puzzle games. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. This is probably the one video that I have gotten the most political in, but sometimes you can't just be silent about these serious issues. You gotta say something sometimes. Like, you can't just always be in that gray area every single moment of your life. Like, you know, just trying to live in the middle and playing this game of both sidesism all the time. Like, you can't do that. There are some days where you do have to pick sides. And that's definitely a mistake that I've made in the past, and I do sincerely regret it. So, if my commentary ends up getting more political in the future, well, don't be surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. Because if we all choose to stay complacent and do absolutely nothing about anything that's happening in the world right now, then there will come some day when the world will actually burn to the ground, and it'll be our fault for doing nothing about it. Anyway, this video's done. Just go play Mixolumia now, please, because I feel like if I continue talking about this stuff, I may actually blow a gasket live on video. So, thanks as always for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video I make. Later!